Welcome back to our non-stop, rolling, comprehensive coverage celebrating Lord Ram on a day when the consecration ceremony is taking place of Ram Lala idol in Ayodhya, the birthplace of Lord Ram in the Indian state of Uttar Pradesh in India. And we are getting reactions and feedback from all across the world on how they are celebrating as that momentous occasion really pans out. 12:20 p.m. India Standard Time is that time when the ceremony will begin in Ram Janmabhoomi Temple. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be offering prayers at the Sanctum Sanctorum where the idol of Lord Ram has been installed. And we are getting reactions from around the world. Joining us now is DD India correspondent Shweta Singh, who's joining us from Janakpur in Nepal. Shweta, very good morning to you. You are at a place that has a lot of historical significance in Ramayan, Janakpur, the maternal home of goddess Sita. Tell us, how are the festivities there? And the run-up has also been quite exciting, isn't it?
Munmun, if you see at my back, here you will see volunteers. They are writing Jai Sita Ram with clay, making swastik, chakra and various designs and rangoli with flowers and clay lamps. So from the morning I'm seeing, the moment I'm here, there are so many people who are just willingly coming up and wanting to decorate this Jai Sita Ram with clay lamp. And the entire temple premise, if you see, with flowers, balloons, they have decorated. So here there is thrill, there is excitement, and whoever crosses you, they will say Jai Sita Ram. So the environment is thrilled and filled with Jai Sita Ram here.
Yes, a lot of gifts have also been sent from all across the country and even different parts of the world for Lord Ram for this auspicious day. And I think the biggest, I guess, gift box or hamper has come from Janakpur in Nepal. What can you tell us about that, Shweta?
Yes, Gautam. Actually, from 28th December, there was a Bhar Yatra that was organized from Janakpur to Ayodhya. Janakpur is goddess Sita's maternal house. At my back, if you're seeing, this is Rajrishi Janak Palace. And here, this is the place where Sita grew up. Her childhood was here. And on my left, there is Vivah Mandap for Ram Sita, where they were married. And here is a place where Lord Ram broke that massive Shiv Dhanush, and it broke into 3 pieces. That reflection you see in the at my back, when they are making the rangoli with flowers, they are representing that Shiv Dhanush here, which split into 3 parts. So one went to Rameshwaram, one went to Dhanush Talab, and one went to Dhanusha Dham here in Janakpur itself. So that's a history they are depicting through this Savala Diya and the Rangoli they are making behind. And during this Bhar Yatra, you know, there is a tradition in Mithilanchal that from daughter's house, we send all the fruit, gifts, clothes, shoes, jewelry to the groom side. So maintaining that tradition from here in Bhar Yatra, that is Bhar is that gift sandesh, that weight we offer to the groom side to lighten us up, because that's the gift that we offer from daughter's side to groom side. So in Bhar Yatra, 3,000 gifts, and that was a huge gift hampers in form of clothes, fruits, sweets, and traditional sweets that Mithilanchal prepares. Those were sent to Ayodhya, and it was happily received there. This happened in the first week of January.
A lot of historic significance in Ramayan, but also tell us about the Ramayan circuit, Shweta, because it connects pilgrimage sites. It was launched in 2022, and Prime Minister Narendra Modi was also in Janakpur to discuss the launch way back in 2018. So how is the Ramayan circuit being received by pilgrims in India and Nepal?
Munmun, actually being here in Nepal for last 1.5 years, I feel there is a very strong connection between India and Nepal, and no boundary or no political affair can separate. It's a very deep, very intense cultural bond, people to people bond, I would say. We have religious commonality, we have cultural commonality. Having a Ramayan circuit here, because it completes the circuit with Janakpur Dham connecting to Ayodhya, And then in Sri Lanka, we have Sita Amman temple. So this complete circuit with Chitrakoot and all, when it completes to Ramayana circuit, people are really excited to be part of this Ramayana circuit, travel through across country and get that vibe of their Lord, what life they lived in Treta Yuga, connecting to I would say that supreme power. So Ramayana circuit is a way when two neighbors are strongly connected to each other through tradition, through having same majority of because there is Hindu population in Nepal as well as in India. So both the countries are connected very deeply. And in 2018, when Prime Minister Narendra Modi visited Janakpur Dham, he was so warmly received in Janakpur. And that time he announced, he opened that Ramayana circuit. And then it was, we definitely offered, India offered with 100 crore to support development of
Yes.
Janakpur Dham because Nepal is not happy, India cannot be happy. That was the statement what our Prime Minister gave. That shows how Nepal is important for us
Yes.
and we have strong bonds between the two countries.
Absolutely, Shweta, and today is the day when a strong sense of ownership would also be felt by people of Janakpur, particularly, like you've been telling us, the maternal home of Goddess Sita. Thank you so much for joining us with those inputs from Nepal. And let's get more perspective now. DD India correspondent Dr. Ahmed Muin Faruqi is joining us from Sri Lanka. Also, Aisha Khanam is joining us from Bengaluru. Dr. Faruqi, I'll come to you. Sita Elia temple visuals we ran in the morning, and we know that this place has a very important relevance as far as Ramayana is concerned, because Goddess Sita was held captive there by Ravan. So tell us about how this day is being celebrated there in Sri Lanka, including in Sita Elia.
Good morning, Moon. Yes, Sita Elia has very significant position in the entire Ramayana as such, and in the life of Ram and Sita. This was the place where people believe that Goddess Sita was held captive by Ravan. Behind me, you can see there is a Vishesh Puja that is being held at the Sita Amman Kovil, also called Sita Mata Mandir here at Sita Elia. This is just about 5 kilometers away from Nuwara area. Apart from here, we have special programs being done in Colombo as well, even in Jaffna, and in various other places, including Ramboda, where Sri Bhakta Hanuman temple is there. This place has immense significance also because a Shila was sent from here in 2021 to Ayodhya for inclusion in the grand Ram Mandir at Ayodhya. So that has another significance level as such. We also know that here there are holy footprints of Lord Hanuman when he had come here to take the message of Lord Sri Ram to Sita Mata. In fact, I can pan from here and show you the point where we can see that glimpse is where symbolically we get to see Lord Hanuman's footprints as well.
Okay.
Oh, amazing.
This is believed to be the place where Lord Hanuman had come and delivered the message to Sita Mata as such. So, lot of significance exists here, Munmun, and
yes, absolutely, it does. So,
just tell us, Mr. Faruqi, in terms of how India and Sri Lanka are already very close neighbors, this particular development, the consecration of Ram Lala and the inauguration of the Ram Janmabhoomi temple, to what extent will it further ensure that India and Sri Lanka strengthen their ties, especially people-to-people ties, because that will be a major part of what will happen. People travel from one place to the other to various places of pilgrimage as well. Will that further get enhanced as well?
Gautam, yes, there has been a Ramayana trail here as well, where tourists have been coming here to get a glimpse of the historical places here. In addition to that, what we expect is that there's a huge Indian community that exists in Sri Lanka in the form of Indian origin Tamils, including the ones who work in the plantation sector. there is a very strong connect between people from Sri Lanka, the Indian origin Tamils, as well as our Indian community which exists in India. We also are aware that Lord Ram had, on the way back from Sri Lanka back to India, he was believed to have installed three significant Shivalingas in Sri Lanka: Tiruketishwaram, Tirukoneshwaram, and Muneshwari. So these three, in addition to Rameshwaram, they constituted the four Shivalingas which Sri Lankans believe as the ones which were installed by Lord Ram after defeating and killing Ravana. What is anticipated is that people will have, another level of devotion to have risen after this connect, after this bond, and more people will throng to Ayodhya to get a glimpse of Lord Ram and at the birthplace of Lord Ram at Ayodhya.
Absolutely. So Sri Lanka has core significance in Ramayan. Thank you, Ahmed Faruqi, for joining us from Sri Lanka. And let's now go across to Aisha Khanam joining us from Bengaluru. Aisha, tell us about how the day is going to be celebrated there by Bangaloreans and the people of Karnataka. Are there any orders that have been issued by the Karnataka government to that effect? Also, the importance of the Mysuru sculptor Arun Yogiraj, who has sculpted the new idol of Ram Lalla, whose consecration will be taking place today. Tell us about that. Is Karnataka taking pride in that?
Well, absolutely, Munmun. This is a big day for people of Karnataka, just like people across the world are rejoicing over the consecration of Ram temple. And this will be going to be a historic day for Mysore as well. And also the fact that Karnataka, we see over 34 temples are performing pujas simultaneously. There is a government order wherein all the temples are performing special pujas, and many devotees are thronging temples since morning. But if I were to take you to Mysore, this is a big day for the family of Arun Yogiraj, who has sculpted the deity, the Ram Lalla, and it is his hard work that we see that today, in the Ram temple, the idol of Ram Lalla adorns this Ram temple, and this has been very intricate hard work by Arun Yogiraj and several other sculptors from Mysore who have contributed from past 6 months continuously carving out the Ram Lalla of the dreams, the imaginations of the people who have faith and who pray to Lord Ram. And this is a big day. His family is celebrating in Mysore, and in Bangalore also people are celebrating this. But one more interesting aspect I would like to connect with the temple is that since Ayodhya is miles away for Bangaloreans, for people of Bangalore, ISRO, ISRO has given us a glimpse. ISRO is showing us Ayodhya from space. There are beautiful pictures that ISRO satellites have captured from the remote sensing satellites, and these satellites have captured the pictures. Yeah, these satellites have captured the pictures with over 1 meter resolution. So these beautiful pictures are coming in. So Ayodhya is not far away from us. We are viewing Ayodhya from everywhere, from every place, and even from space. So this is the beauty. This is a delight, spiritual beauty that we see in India today. And Ram stands for unification of all the Indians and national integration, since he transcends all the religious boundaries. And people of India are congratulating each other, and people hoping that with the infusing life in the temple, with the consecration of this deity, the humanity will follow the virtues that Lord Ram stood for, and there will be a better mankind in humanity on earth.
Yes, Asha, an interesting report I came across that if you're looking for a priest in Bengaluru or perhaps in many parts of India today, you're going to be in a tough spot, because most of the priests are booked, not just in temples and other places of worship, but even in people's homes. This is such an auspicious and a great day.
Yes, absolutely. As I said, there are 34,000 temples, across the state, wherein special pujas are being performed. There will be a grand, Mangal Aarti that will be performed in all the temples, and evenings will be special. Gautam, the evenings are dedicated to Deepotsav. There will be interesting diyas which will be lit all across, the temple. This type of diyas, this is special for all the Indians and those who perform puja. So they lit the lamp in the evening, and this will be a Deepotsav. Lakhs and lakhs of diyas will be lit all across the country, and this is going to be a picture, which will be captured by even the satellites that ISRO has in space. So we are expecting a very delightful and spiritual day ahead, as people are already celebrating, as the day unfolds, and we are hearing the chants of Jai Shri Ram all across, and people greeting each other. And this celebration in Bangalore, see, Bangalore is a cosmopolitan city, and this city has always celebrated festivals. This city has celebrated all the national festivals together, irrespective of religious faith or any religion boundaries. So
Yes.
this is going to be Bangalore being a cosmopolitan city. We see the celebrations in large scale all across the city.
Yeah, Aisha, we can't let you go without talking about Ramayan's footprint in southern India. Prime Minister Narendra Modi was in Tamil Nadu recently. He had offered prayers at a temple that has significance in the Ramayan era. Tell us about that. I understand the birthplace of Lord Hanuman is also very much in southern India.
Well, absolutely, Munmun. Major portion of Ramayana, belongs to southern part of India. Because Lord Ram's journey started from Panchavati, and then he comes towards the South India after the abduction of Sita, and then he comes in search of her. And there are several temples, wherever Ram has visited these, has reached these places in search of Sita. There are temples in his memory. There are temples dedicated to Ram. And also the fact that southern India connects with the entire history of Lord Ram is interesting, because in Rameshwaram there is a temple where Lord Ram started prayers before venturing onto war with Ravana, the demon king in Sri Lanka. And this is from where he built Ram Setu. This is the place at Rameshwaram where he built a bridge, where the Hanuman and his army built a bridge to reach Sri Lanka and conquer the demon king Ravana, and then rescue Sita. So this is a very interesting piece of history. And also the fact that Hanuman, who is seen as the biggest devotee of Lord Ram, was born in Karnataka, in Anjanadri hill, that is in Bellary, North Karnataka. It is believed that he was born here. And mighty Hanuman was with Lord Ram throughout his journey to Sri Lanka, till he rescued Sita from Sri Lanka. So this is a history, a piece of history that we see in southern part of India. And Prime Minister Narendra Modi has traversed across all these regions and routes, connecting India, with all the past history, and also uniting India as such through the legacy, through the legendary tales of Ramayana.
Right, Aisha. That sounds great. Lord Ram has a connect through many parts of India and even overseas. Thanks a lot for joining us and recounting that journey of Lord Ram as well through, through the south of the Vindhyas. That was basically the search for Ma Sita, but then it has resonance in present day as well. Thanks a lot for joining us, Aisha from Bengaluru. Let's turn to our guest in our studio. Dr. Makhanlal is with us, noted historian. Let's talk about this further. Lord Ram's journey through the southern part of the country into Sri Lanka as well. But the way Lord Ram is celebrated throughout the Indo-Pacific, at least 15 countries where he is a revered deity along with the others, Sita, Hanuman, and even Garud, who's going to be celebrated today as well, the kind of valiant role that he played. What does that tell us about, how significant is this moment for the entire world?
You see, for India, it's really one's lifetime thing, not in life of a person, but nation. And you, as you said, about 15, 17 countries, Lord Ram is worshipped as an ideal person. As a person, Ram Raj is visualized. And even in the victory, how much one can be humble, that is the character which has been played out in various. I have been to Indonesia, Malaysia, and I have seen the Ram Leela, and I'll just show Ram's character, that what people attracted. After the war is over, Ravana is lying dead. Ram is sitting on pensive mood on a stone piece. Suddenly he sees a shadow coming from behind, and her head, its lady, falling at his feet. He just gets up straightway and looks at who it is. He finds there is lady. All he said is, Ma, what can I do for you? Who you are? You know what? Ma, what can I do? She said, I am Mandodari, Ravan's wife. I just wanted to see the person who killed it, the man, Ravan, who has defeated all the kings in the world, including Lord Indra. So I wanted to see who killed him. And then Ram said, what did you find? You know what Mandodari said? Here is the woman, most beautiful, Raman's wife, still who looked for others' wife. And here you are, Lord Ram, looking at my shadow. You just went away and calling me mother. These are the human characters. Look at the time of war. We are in the war zones. Look at the way armies behave, the king behave, the victors behave. Here is something which is being played out in the drama, in the Ramayana, in Indonesia, Malaysia. These are the messages which go around the world. And that is where you find Lord Ram, as you are saying, how can one be ideal? One doesn't get ideal by just one act. We were talking about his behavior, whether it is behavior with his mother, with his father, with his brothers, with his own wife, and also at the time of war. At the time of war. And these are the things which are played out. I have been fortunate enough to see, be it Thailand, be it Vietnam, be it Cambodia, be it, all these places. Nobody questions that how can be one so ideal. Everybody thinks, gosh, I could be also so ideal. Rather than questioning, how can be so ideal?
That is the sentiment.
I wish I could be also so ideal. And these are the values, a human character, human values, which embodied Lord Ram. And that is what made him dear to all over. All over the world.
Absolutely. And
And these kind of things which is happening today, as a student of history, I can tell you, these are, once in lifetime of nations even, leave alone the human being. I'm not talking about 500 years. I'm talking about nation's life. An entire world, as you are seeing, is glued to one event, and just one event for the last several days.
Oh, we're a civilization. This is a civilizational moment.
Yes. And that is where you are respected. You are respected for Gandhi. You are respected for Lord Ram. You are respected for Lord Krishna. These are the ideals for which we are respected.
Absolutely.
Not for somebody who took an army, went around the world winning everybody and killing everybody. These are the civilizational ethos which you have given to the world.
And there's so many others that you can add to the list. Gautam Buddha for one.
Yes, that is what. It's all whole trail, right from Lord Ram to Krishna to Gautam Buddha to Gandhi and all the whole trail. Our gift to the world has been civility, civilization, and the best of the values that humans can offer to others.
Yes.
And when I say others, remember not just the human being. Mantra, Shanti Mantra of Atharvaved. It gives the protection to all the living being, to all the creation of the God, including trees, including rivers and all that. These are all our civilizational thoughts and values. Look at anywhere world, do you find a river being the way Saryu is being worshipped all over? Have you seen anywhere, in any civilization, a river, except for Fuji mountains in Japan, nowhere else, natural features are so much part of your life. These are all part of our civilizational approach. Live and let live.
India's civilizational ethos is India's contribution to the world, and like Professor Makhanlal said, this is once in a lifetime moment for a nation. A civilization like India. Well, let's get more inputs from different parts of the country. DD India correspondent Ritesh Ranjan is joining us from Tamil Nadu. Ritesh, how has the day started in Tamil Nadu for the devotees of Lord Ram, particularly, especially days after Prime Minister Narendra Modi was there visiting various temples, including those with relevance in Ramayana in Tamil Nadu?
Yes, in Tamil Nadu, people are very much excited. Why? Because before the Grand Pratishtha of Ram Mandir temple in Ayodhya, Prime Minister visited Tamil Nadu, and it was the 11-day rituals. It was a part of 11-day rituals, actually, whereby when the Prime Minister came, he actually came to Tamil Nadu for an inauguration of Khelo Youth India. But then next day, he went to Trichy and Srirangam, where Ramnath Swami temple, he visited there, and after that he went to Dhanushkodi. So this all, and Rameshwaram, he took, he performed puja. This was a part of 11-day rituals, and that is why people are very much excited, because he tried to give the connect between, north and south, and Ayodhya and Tamil Nadu. Basically, Tamil Nadu, Ram has spent a lot of time here, and he actually gathered his army, he formed his army, and then he fought with Ravana, and he won the war, he brought back Sita. So there are many places which is connected to Ram. One of them is the Ramana Swami temple, and there are many, and people also feel themselves too connected with Ram. And it's not, there are many car sevak also. I have few people here who are the car sevak who went during 90s, when the Babri Masjid was demolished. So there are people here are emotionally attached with Ram temple, and they are also emotionally attached with Prime Minister Narendra Modi, because he is the one who took effort, who actually took initiative to build up this Ram Mandir, and he actually thought of to start and finish it up within his tenure.
We will get to that in just a bit.
So
we have
that's
other
why
inputs
people are
coming
very
in at
much
the moment. Thanks a lot for joining us. Thank you. Let's look at what the Israeli ambassador Naor Gilon has had to say. He's taken to Twitter to extend warm wishes on the consecration ceremony of Ram Lala's idol, describing it as a historic and auspicious moment for devotees worldwide. He's expressed eagerness to visit the temple in Ayodhya, and he shared his anticipation that it would be more magnificent than the present model. The tweet has garnered attention and appreciation, spreading joy among supporters of the temple's inauguration.
So those are wishes coming in from the Israeli ambassador to India. Also, jubilant chants of Jai Shri Ram are echoing in the air as Indians in Paris gather at the backdrop of the Eiffel Tower. That's the sentiment in France. So various countries, particularly Indians in different countries, members of the Indian diaspora, celebrating the day in their own way, considering the momentous significance of the consecration ceremony of Lord Ram. So that was France. Let's come back to New Delhi now, and DD India correspondent Dibyendu Mondal is joining us. Dibyendu, we've been seeing the excitement in various housing societies and marketplaces as well in the Delhi NCR region. What is the mood that you are picking up?
Well, Munmun, I am at a Resident Welfare Association's temple in East Delhi, and, the mood here is absolutely filled with excitement because people here have made elaborate arrangements for welcoming Lord Ram into his abode in Ayodhya. And, Delhi must be about 700 kilometers from Ayodhya. But despite that, the excitement, not just here, but across several other societies in the national capital region of Delhi is equally, it's filled with equal excitement. I'm joined by a few people from this resident welfare area in Madhuban of East Delhi. I'll straight away go to them and ask what they feel about, the Ram Mandir being inaugurated after almost a wait of 500 years. Ma'am, welcome to Doordarshan. What plans do you have to celebrate the consecration of Ram Mandir and Ram Lalla at Ayodhya today?
This is a very historical moment for all of us, and it is a lifetime achievement. And after Babri Masjid was demolished, I had witnessed that also, and now I am witnessing the Ram Lalla is coming to our home, and it is really a very pious, very beautiful, and close to our heart, this thing. And we have got a very big plan for celebrating. He will tell you, Saurav, will tell you in detail about everything. We are so excited for last 15 days, and we are doing everything to do it.
Well, of course, as you can see, the excitement, is here in the air in Delhi. But let me also find out from the authorities here as to what elaborate arrangements for the preparations that they have done in order to celebrate this. Saurabh, what are the preparations here at this temple where you are managing a lot of things, I'm told. So what are the preparations that you have put in place?
Yeah, well, I would like to tell that people have heavily contributed for this event, and we will start with a Havan in the morning, and for that we have invited people right now. Our whole mandir is decorated with flowers and lights, and we also have a very great, as you can see, the whole mandir is decorated with a lot of flowers, and our idols are dressed with new dresses. And we will plan a cultural event in which all our children will perform. And apart from that, we'll also have a Sundarkand and Bhajan event. Then we'll have mega event in which we'll light around 11,000 diyas. And whole colony with light with lots of diyas. I will say.
Well, Munmun, you can sense this kind of excitement that is here. 11,000 diyas will be lit up in the evening today to welcome Lord Ram back to his home in Ayodhya, and the excitement across all several societies in the national capital region of Delhi, NCR, is filled with equal excitement of welcoming Lord Ram back to his home. And we are just hours away from the main event which is going to take place in Ayodhya. Back to you.
Yes, moments away now. Really, Dubendu, thank you for your inputs from that RWA in Delhi. Now, as the consecration ceremony of the magnificent Ayodhya temple and its idol is just a few hours away, it's worth exploring another temple dedicated to Lord Ram in the southern state of Karnataka. Take a look.
The Hazar Ram temple is an important shrine dedicated to Lord Ram, the revered Hindu deity. Located in the royal enclosures of Hampi, which is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, this temple was built in the early 15th century by the king of the Vijayanagar dynasty, Devaraya II. The temple was originally a private place of worship for the royal family of Vijayanagar. The temple is particularly renowned for its intricately carved bas-relief and panels that beautifully depict the story of the epic Ramayana. The walls of the temple are adorned with these carvings, showcasing processions of horses, elephants, soldiers, and dancing women participating in the Dussehra festival. This temple is unique in many aspects. The first being its name, the Hazar Ram Temple, that translates to 1,000 Ram, referring to the stories carved on the walls on Lord Ram's life, the reigning deity. Second, the relics are the most extensive ones to be found anywhere in India. The temple also boasts a sprawling lawn and 2 grand gateways leading to the compound, making it a site of great historical and cultural significance. The temple stands as an example of the excellent craftsmanship of the Vijayanagara Empire, showing their utter devotion to Lord Ram and a must-visit for everyone exploring the rich cultural heritage of India.
Well, in Hindu mythology, the marginalized transgender community is accorded equal status like other genders. They say that it is because of the special boon which was granted to them by Lord Ram. See more in this report.
The deep-rooted belief within the transgender community that they have a long-standing connection with Lord Ram is evident in their firm conviction that they have been with them since time immemorial. According to their beliefs, during Lord Ram's journey with Sita, when he restricted both males and females, it is transgender who waited for them for 14 years when Lord Ram went to exile.
जब उन्हें 14 साल के वनवास को जाना था, तो सबसे बड़ी पूरी देश की और अयोध्या नगरी बहुत दुखी थी कि हमारे राम जा रहे हैं। तो सारे अयोध्या नगरी वासी, हमारे किन्नर समाज के लोग उन्हें सरयू तट पे छोड़ने गए और जब वो यहाँ से सरयू पार कर रहे थे तो नर नारी को जाने को बोला था, लेकिन उन्होंने किन्नर समाज को नहीं बोला था जाने के लिए। नर नारी जब यहाँ से चले गए तो जैसे वनवास के लिए 14 साल के लिए राम सरयू पार चले गए, तो हमारे जो किन्नर थे और हमारा समाज था 14 साल तक उनका आने का इंतज़ार किया और कहीं वहाँ पे भगवान को प्यारे हो गए, कोई स्वर्ग में चले गए, ऐसे बहुत सारी पीढ़ी वहाँ पे रहीं, बहुत सारे लोग वहाँ पे रहें। और जब राम वापस आए तो राम ने पूछा कि आप क्यों नहीं गए। जब हमारी माइयाँ बहुत दुख से दर्द भरी आवाज़ में उन्हें कहती हैं कि आपने तो नर नारी को जाने को बोला, तो तब जाके राम जी ने हमें आशीर्वाद दिया कि तुम कलियुग में तुम्हारा सत्कार होगा, सम्मान होगा।
Kriti Vadhera for DD India.
It's a very heartening aspect of the entire Ramayana there as well. Now, we're getting you some fresh images that we're getting from different places of worship that we've been getting from around the world, not just India. This is Delhi at the iconic Hanuman Mandir in the national capital, where devotees have been coming right since dawn, really, to worship. It indeed is a special day. Normally on Tuesdays you see the most number of devotees turning up, but it seems this time around, even on Monday, it's chock-a-block at this iconic temple. The prasad there is also quite delightful, and I'm sure the devotees are enjoying that to the hilt as well.
Absolutely. And Darshan begins in Ayodhya temple from tomorrow. The consecration ceremony, of course, takes place starting 20 minutes past 12 this afternoon by Prime Minister Narendra Modi. We are counting down to that, and Professor Makhan Lal, author and historian, continues to be with us. Professor Lal, is the contribution of the people of India writ large on the Ram temple? Would you like to talk about it? How people from more than 5 lakh villages in India donated for the temple, how government, not a penny or pie of government money has been put, how stones and bricks that were sent from different parts of the country have also been used somewhere in the construction.
And the best quality.
I'm very happy, Manu, that you asked this question, and so also to Gautam. Let us remember, I mean, at least 2 incidents both of you can remember, but I will cite many more. When Somnath temple was being built, it was proposed in the cabinet by no less than Jawaharlal Nehru that government will fund the entire building of the Somnath. It's part of the cabinet minutes. Gandhiji opposed the idea. He said, no. Temple is a public property, public should fund it. An entire funding for Somnath came from people, public. Same thing happened for Ram Janmabhoomi. 5 lakhs villages contributed, and individuals contributed in terms of cash, in terms of kind, in terms of things. I don't want to point out personal things or any other thing, but I know people who approached me with a couple of million or maybe 20 million, one person with 20 million rupees.
Wanting to donate.
Wanted to donate
20
how
million
to do that.
rupees.
And his desire was that a mukut should be built from this money. So these are the kind of people who came to donate. But remember when you could go to Karyashala, I have been there several times between 1992 to 2008. Several times.
Karyashala is the workplace, like the
Karyashala,
workshop.
Vishnu Parishad, which
The
ran
workshop.
construction of temple pillars, etc. went on. Lakhs of bricks came from each village on the, call of the VHP that temple will be lakhs of bricks. They were all lined up there. They were all kept up there because people should be involved. Everyone should think they have put a brick into this temple.
So
you
the
have a
people,
share
those people who sent this, they have a sense of ownership.
Exactly, ownership. You have a share into it. And this tradition begins. At least we have the written records. Ajanta, Ellora and Elephanta caves are there, you must have heard. There are people's names who have donated the money for carving of those caves, and that is going back how much? That is going back to almost 1700 years from today. And we know from literature that large number of temples, Gurukulas, they were built by the people. You will be surprised to know, till 18th century, no grant from the government was given to any of the schools, any of the university, any of the institution. It was all funded by public. Takshila, or Nalanda, or Udantpuri, they were all funded by the people, not by the government. And that is why literacy rate in India at the end of 18th century, British record, Adams report and others, was 87%. British literacy rate was only 7%. Can you believe this? In 10th century, GDP contribution of India was 34%. British contribution was 1.8%.
In the world?
In the world, I'm talking about.
Total contribution.
So your literacy rate was 87% because it was people's participation, maintaining the temple, maintaining the Gurukulas attached with it, and treating them as sacred. In India, it is the contribution of temples that you were so highly educated. You contributed to the world civilization, best pieces, best literature, best principle for human beings through that.
Let's talk a little bit more about the temple, because right now the first phase is done. There will be more to follow as well. Construction is still taking place. Even Ayodhya is still being developed to its full historical glory as well. But tell us, in the days to come, what sort of an institution will the Ram Janmabhoomi temple represent?
Ram Janmabhoomi temple should represent, because we have forgotten for 500 years. I don't want to get into those 500 years. For me, future is more important.
Yes. Which is why I'm asking this question.
Past has to be remembered to learn a lesson. But future is more important. Ram Janmabhoomi temple should become a center of three things in mind. Education. After all, Ram at very young age, with his all brothers, went for education, did not go for shikar, this and that. Education, it should embody the civilizational and cultural ethos and not the competition, cutthroat competition, no. Education is something very different with civilizational value, and also, thirdly, it should inspire people to follow the life of Ram. Life of Ram as a son not only to his father and real mother, but also to his other mothers. People should follow Ram as brother, follow Ram as friend, and follow Ram even at the type of most difficult times. Always remember, Chitrakoot was not an easy time. When Bharat is visiting, entire Ayodhya is coming, but Ram is still sticking to his decision. These are not small decisions. These are not easy decisions, but he stuck to it. After I narrated an incident about Ravan body lying and Mandodari reaching there, those are also not easy times. So this temple should revive. It has not gone. Revive means all our cultural civilization ethos has not gone away. It should simply revitalize it, and we should become world guru, not in terms of GDP, not in terms of technology, not in terms, but in terms of human civilization and human values. That is what this temple should stand for.
We will take this thought further. Let's get an update from Ayodhya now, where Meghna Dev, correspondent, is joining us from. Meghna, how is the countdown looking to the consecration ceremony? In just some minutes from now, we expect Prime Minister Narendra Modi to land in Ayodhya. So how is the countdown shaping up?
Definitely there is a lot of excitement for the consecration ceremony, which will happen in just some time from now. So definitely, you know, in the last almost the last week has been just like the last lap, because all the preparations were in full swing and a lot of decoration. Ayodhya, in a sense, is completely decked up. Literally, if we say, it is completely decked up with flowers, with lights, with rangolis, beautifully decorated. Every nook and corner of Ayodhya is beautifully decorated, and not only the decoration but also the vibe here. You know, everywhere you go, people chanting Jai Shri Ram, and my camera person is showing you the visuals wherein the invitees have started coming in. You know, the last couple of hours we have been seeing the invitees have started coming in. You know, and not only this, the arrangements are also put in place, and the seating arrangement and everything has been put in place for the invitees. Having said that, the temple is also very majestically and beautifully decorated, and what we can definitely say is that you know, it will be all worth the wait when we bring to you all the visuals live from the Ram temple. And I'm here at the complex itself, and behind me is the temple. This is the entrance of the temple complex, we can say, and everybody has started coming in. We have spotted a few. We spotted Arun Govil, who is also a renowned actor. We have spotted Murari Bapu, who had just gone inside. We have also spotted Baichung Bhutia, the footballer. So we have been spotting a few invitees already, and we'll be spotting more, you know, in just some time from now. Ravi Shankar Prasad, who had fought the case in the Allahabad court, was also here as an invitee and just gone inside. So, you know, we have been constantly spotting the invitees, prominent people on the list who are already coming in, who have already started coming in for the consecration ceremony.
We'll leave it at that, Meghna. We'll leave it at that, Meghna, and we'll keep coming back to you for more updates. Let's get an update from Mumbai now. Shama Mishra is joining us from a Ram temple in Vadala in Mumbai. Shama, how is Mumbai celebrating the day? Have the celebrations begun? What's the mood like at the temple where you are? And also, we can't let you go without talking about Ram's footprint in Maharashtra, particularly Panchvati. If you could tell us about that as well.
Moon, for starters, it's Jai Shri Ram, Jai Siya Ram all along. We are here at Vadala Temple, Ram Mandir, you've already mentioned that. And it's so beautifully decorated. Apart from the traditional decoration, you can see the fruits, and all kind of fruits is already decorated. Inside, if you go, there is a huge line, huge queue of the devotees, and with them, there's Lord Ram ahead, where the puja is going on of Shata Kalash Abhishek, which is 108 Kalash, has water of 9 rivers of Maharashtra, including the Godavari river, which is one of the holiest rivers of Maharashtra. So Kalash Abhishek would be done, that is going on. After this, the Ram Raksha Strotam would be on, and then there'll be various other pujas that will take place. I've already showed you the people who are there in the line. Let's talk to them. How's the mood like? कैसा आपको लग रहा है?
खूप छान वाटते आज. दिवाळी असल्यासारखं आणि खूप आनंद.
आपको कैसा लग रहा है?
Very good, very good. Jai Shri Ram.
Diwali, it's like Diwali for them. I'll show you another unique feature over here. There is a traditional Kirtan band over here. They've come, they're the localites, they're from Mumbai, and they've come here. We'll ask them to show you some of their presentation. They've come here for the आप कहाँ से आए हैं आप लोग और कब से आप लोग ये कर रहे हैं?
वडाला वेस्ट से हम लोग आए हैं. हम लोग सुबह से चालू है हमारी ये आरती, महा आरती, जो कुछ हमारे हमने 5-6 मंदिरों में हम लोग होके आए यहाँ पे. प्रभु श्री राम के दर्शन करने और प्रभु श्री राम 500 साल बाद वापस आए थे। 14 साल के बाद जैसे वनवास उनको हुआ था, 14 साल बाद आए थे, आज 500 साल बाद वो आ रहे हैं अपने जन्म स्थान पे, तो हमको बहुत बड़ी खुशी है।
Okay, we'll ask them to show you what they are making.
Absolutely, Meghna. So the sentiment is really overflowing. Shama, thank you so much, Shama, for bringing us those scenes from Mumbai. And we must mention here that Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be landing in Ayodhya anytime now, and his commitment also needs to be mentioned. He has been on an 11-day Anushtan, just been on coconut
fasting,
water.
He's been sleeping on the ground with just a blanket, eschewing the bed, the comforts of a bed. But all this will, of course, will deliver fruits for the entire Hindu civilization and for the world as well, with the consecration ceremony set to get underway very soon. We'll thank Professor Makhanlal as well for being with us and recounting for us and informing us about so many facets, historical and others associated with Lord Ram and the Ramayana. Thank you, and that's all for the moment with Munmun and me, but to join our other colleagues, Sakal, I believe, is right here, and Shubhendu too.
A rolling non-stop coverage continues on celebrating Lord Ram on such a momentous day. Stay tuned to DD India.